So any Facebook people out there that happen to scroll?
All right.
It's
Hello,
just-
Facebook people.
It's telling me it's still setting up my meeting, though.
I think your meeting is met.
Okay. All right, here we go. And our host tonight, this is Dallas Songwriters Association Virtual Open Mic. Thank you for joining us. And our host tonight is Mr. Keith Dodson.
All right. Well, welcome, Facebook people. And anybody else hopefully will be joining us. I'll open it up here. Jonah, you sit there sulking in the desert, outside the city in a shelter you've made. Why you angry with me? Well, man, can't you see? Raise up a vine just to give you some shade. Now you think I've only wasted your time, having mercy on people that you think are slime. You say you'd be better if I let you die, just for your sake. I won't buck my compassionate nature. You know very well yourself that it's true. Just think for yourself when you needed my help. Always came through for you. I called you in Joppa, that wasn't your wish. You sailed away to the city of Tarshish. I gave you 3 days in the belly of a fish, just for your sake. Second chance I called you again. This time you pretty much did what I said. You went to that city but without any pity, shouted out that they'd all soon be dead. But an entire city of people were saved. They cried out to me and were spared from the grave. You say my compassion should have betrayed, just for your sake. Now storms come along and it's made your vine die. The scorching heat and the wind make you cry. Well, you didn't make it grow, but you miss it, I know. Should I not be concerned if a city would die? Now the Bible ends the story right there. That's with Jonah's fate, we are all unaware. But as for ourselves, we should all be in prayer for everyone's sake. 'Cause in following God, we must give up our way. Listen to his voice and always obey. Serve him alone to the end of our days, for our own sake. For the Lord's sake. All right.
Wasn't Jonah in the belly of a whale?
In the belly of a fish, yeah. This is what happened afterwards. And it's kind of part of the story that people kind of overlook.
I'm being the nerd scientist, but I thought whales were mammals.
Well, they are, but actually the Bible says it's a fish, so...
They didn't have the classifications back then.
Right.
Yeah.
Not a cetacean or anything.
Right, that was before we had the whole taxonomy issue. I mean,
Yeah.
you know.
Probably so.
something that swims in the ocean. That's as far as they were concerned. That's all that mattered.
That's a fish.
Something big enough to swallow a guy. So.
Yeah. I think
All
back
right.
then it didn't matter if you had teats.
All right.
That was a pretty
Well,
song, though.
Okay, well, I'll tell you what. Why don't you go ahead and we'll say Dr. Stephen Troum is next up in line.
All right. Here we go. This is my song that basically says, don't spend so much time on your cell phone unless you happen to be watching Facebook and streaming the Dallas Songwriters Association. Then you can stay on. But the rest of the time, try to lift your head, which is the name of this song. Hey, I'm here behind your phone, eating dinner all alone, on the worst date that I've ever known. Hey, I know that we met online, but I didn't think I'd find you logged in all of the time. Lift your head and look around, whoops, see the real and hear the sound, your soul is going to drown. Lift your head and look around, that cell phone down. Hey, I see what matters most, what your virtual friends all post. It's turning you into a ghost. Hey, you might hear what I say if I was on your phone's display, but I might as well walk away, walk away. Lift your head and look around, see what's real, hear the sound, your soul is going to drown. Lift your head and look around. 3, 4. You'll never know who I am by checking Instagram. Snapchat, not where I'm at. I doubt you'd understand. I doubt you'd understand. Lift your head and look around, see what's real and hear the sound, your soul is going to drown. Lift your head and look around. Lift your head and look around, see what's real, hear the sound, your soul is going to drown. Lift your head and look around, put that cell phone down. Put it down. Put it down, put it down, put it down. Thank you. That was Lift Your Head.
All right, and there's Harry. Harry, you will follow Ace, and Ace is going to follow Barbara. So, speaking of Barbara, here is Barbara McMillen.
Oh, wait a minute. I have got to make you a co-host, don't I?
Oh, that would be a good thing. Oh, yeah, we're still in gallery mode.
Oh, yeah. Sorry. Okay, let's see. Co-host. And I'll make Harry one also. And go ahead and let Ace go. I had to let the dog out. Now I got to go let her in. She's barking, and it's too hot for her. Yeah, and it's too hot for her to be outside. So put me down one more in the line. I'll be right back.
Well, Ace, it's up to you.
Oh, my goodness. Well, okay. It's a good thing I had something prepared to sing. All right, this is one I wrote largely about being a kid and the 4th of July. The 4th of July was always a big day when I grew up, and well, it still is. And, well, anyway, I wrote the song about the 4th of July. as the glow slowly rises, and the shadows come nigh, and the stars sing the morning, and the dawn stripes the sky. When the night has retreated and excitement runs high, there's nothing like the morning of the 4th of July. It's a day dedicated to freedom and the blessing it is to be free. It's a day when being an American is just what we all want to be. I remember it from childhood when we'd rush to the park for sausage and funnel cakes until it was dark. Then we'd all sit together and cheer at the sky when the fireworks exploded on the 4th of July. It's a day that's dedicated to freedom and the blessing it is to be free. It's a day when being an American is exactly what we all want to be. From the seaport in Boston to Willie Nelson's big day, there will be music exploding across the whole USA. No matter those disagreements that from day to day fly, we all sing together on the 4th of July. It's a day dedicated to freedom and the blessing it is to be free. It's a day when being an American is exactly what we all want to be. We'll all sing together on the 4th of July. There.
All right.
Little sentimental kind of patriotic stuff there for you.
All right. Very nice.
Thank you.
And now, are we ready now, Barbara?
All right. Well, I'm going to give it a try. I haven't sang for weeks. I've been sick with the flu. I had it bad. I still don't feel good, but I'm trying to get it all back here. So. And it's no fun. Almost daylight, turned on the light, and for the 100th time I read your words on a page. Now it seems like years that you were here in our home in the den with our friends, all singing with you. I'm so afraid of my yesterdays. Memories blend to a milky haze. My mind's a craze, my gone astray with thoughts of you, thoughts of you. Thoughts of you. Shut out my thoughts of you. The fall's here and winter remember the contest to see who's got longest at first. What would we be doing? What would we say? There's a chill in my soul since I lost you that day. My life is gray, I've gone astray with thoughts of you, thoughts of you. Thoughts of you. I can't shut out my thoughts of you. Now it's all been said, and my heart has bled. Now I smile for a while as I file away my thoughts of you. Now I smile for a while as I file away my thoughts of you. Thoughts of you. I can't shut out my thoughts of you. Alrighty. That's a song from a musical, Give Me a Break, written with Laurie Wyndham.
Awesome. And now we have the one and only Harry.
Hi, everybody. I was a little bit late getting signed on. I leave my computer on all the time, but sometimes, I don't know what happens. It gets turned off, and then it takes like forever for it to boot back up, and then you boot it back up, and just when you think you got it, it says, updating software.
Yeah, and that's what happened to Barbara as well. So
you got to wait for that.
I'm shocked that mine didn't happen. So
Well, just don't be surprised. It's going to happen. I got mine updated once last week, I think, and then it
Yeah,
updated
they got me
again.
last week. Yeah.
Yeah,
and now-
seems
now
like
it's
seems like it just happened. I mean, it seems like mine just updated, so I don't know.
Yeah, so we ought to be pretty well updated now.
oh,
Yep,
That's good. Okay.
updated.
See how
Well-
updated this song is. I haven't played in a long time either. I'm just kind of getting back in the saddle here.
What's your hand doing now?
Oh,
How's the
my-
bruising? Is it all gone, or you still got
Yeah,
some
it's
bruising
pretty-
happening there?
It's pretty much gone. I'm going to mow my grass Friday, whether it needs it or not.
Oh,
I haven't mowed
uh-oh.
it in 2 weeks. The neighbors are starting to kind of look when they walk by, you know.
Well, are you cleared
Brown.
by the doctor to do stuff like that?
Well,
Your
yes
hand,
and no.
your
You know,
arm?
it's been 2 weeks, so and I think I'm good.
What did he say? How many weeks did he say?
Well,
I'm putting you on the spot here. I'm sorry, but
He didn't say exactly, you know, so I don't know, but I feel pretty good. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. So anyway, here we go. Tahoka Daisy goes like this. I met that little yellow rose way down in Texas, don't you know? But Rosie never did a thing for me. 'Cause Texas has another flower, I think about her every hour. Her beauty's fresher than the morning breeze. So take me up just south of Lubbock to that place where we both grew up. She's the prettiest flower I've ever seen. I'm talking about Tahoka Daisy. She's the one who drives me crazy. Tahoka Daisy, you're the gal for me. Tahoka Daisy, I love you. Tahoka Daisy, I'll be true. And like that little blossom of purple and gold, I know our love will always grow. Tahoka Daisy, you're so sweet. You've got me on my knees. Tahoka Daisy, you're the lady, and will you marry Texas has another flower. I think about her every hour and all the ways that she knows how to please. So drop me off just south of Lubbock. All my exes you can call up. She's the prettiest flower I've ever seen. I'm talking about Tahoka Daisy. She's the one who drives me crazy. Tahoka Daisy, you're the gal for me. Tahoka Daisy, you're the lady, and will you marry me? Tahoka Daisy's the love song right there.
All right.
Thank you very much.
And from the palm trees and shoreline of beautiful Tahoka.
That's a Tahoka Daisy there. It just hadn't sprouted yet.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and that's Tahoka Lake right behind me.
All right.
High tide.
Yeah. And we have been joined by Jenny. And Jenny, just by happenstance, it happens to be your turn because Harry was last. Now you're at the end of the list. So are you ready?
No, I'm sorry. Hi, I'm late. I got stuck at the grocery store. I got stung. And I just wanted to log in and listen if y'all don't mind this time until maybe I unload my groceries and stuff.
Okay.
You got stung?
Yeah.
By what?
I don't know. Maybe a horsefly or something. But
At the grocery store, you got stung by like a bee. You didn't get stung by like high prices. Okay. Anyway.
All right, then. Well, we'll come back around to the beginning, and that would be me. So, let's see. It says Capo 4 on my notes. We'll line it up there.
Does that mean 4 capos?
Yeah.
You know, you might want to put yourself on the screen there. I think they're getting tired
Oh.
of looking at me.
Oh. I don't know. I just enjoy seeing Lake Tahoka there.
Yeah.
4 capos. That's like how many John Mason uses, right?
I think so. I think he's got a rig where he's got one for each string
Probably.
and has a really open tuning. So. Well, I've had my share of heartache. Well, it's a feeling I just can't endorse. A half-dozen girlfriends have left me. 2 marriages ended up in divorce. My old hound dog ran off with a poodle. No, that was a terrible day, but it can't match the pain in my heart the day my self-driving truck drove away. Oh, my self-driving truck drove away, left me standing at the end of the road. She put herself in gear, she tore out of here while I was just trying to unload. Well, she left me without any reason. Man, I hope she'll come back someday. And since I don't own a bike, I just have to hike. My self-driving truck drove away. Well, I met her one day in the showroom of her little town's Ford dealership. I could tell by her headlights she loved me, and soon we'd be joined at the hip. Well, I'd wash her and wax her each morning, and she spent every night in the garage. I did all I could think of to spoil her, but she decided to get out of Dodge. Well, my self-driving truck drove away, left me standing at the end of the road. She put herself in gear, she tore out of here while I was just trying to unload. Well, she left me without any reason. just have to hike. My self-driving truck drove away. I guess that I should have known better. Should have bought me a bus pass instead. Well, I guess I was caught up in folly, 'cause my heart overruled my head. But now that I've learned my lesson, moral I can't overstate. A man makes a fool of himself when his transport becomes his soulmate. Oh, my self-driving truck drove away. Left me standing at the end of the road. She put herself in gear. She tore out of here while I was just trying to unload. Well, she left me without any reason. Well, man, I hope she'll come back someday. And since I don't own a bike, I just have to hike. And it's starting to rain, and it drives me insane, because my self-driving truck drove away. Thank you, thank you. And now we are back round to the incomparable Ace Pounder.
I thought Stephen was before me.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah, it's
Sorry.
the incomparable Stephen.
Yeah, when you said incomparable, I assumed you were talking about Dr. Troum, but
So incomparable, you can't play on your Zoom show.
Well, I couldn't find your picture in the thumbnails there, so I lost track of it. Sorry about that. And
That's
now,
all right.
Here's Dr. Steve.
Harry used to skip me all the time when he ran this thing. It's all right. I'm just kidding. All right. Couple of quick notes. One, I got a picture of the last time our band played at the Magnolia Motor Lounge. We're playing there again next month on September 23rd, which is a Saturday big show. And we're playing this Saturday, free show at Twilight Lounge, Fort Worth. If anyone happens to be in Tarrant County, Fort Worth, wants to come out to a very cool rock and roll show, we start at 9. And that's the Twilight Lounge, Fort Worth. The Traumatics is the name of my band. And I'm going to play a brand new song that I've been messing around with. It's not quite finished yet, but it's close. I'm still tweaking the lyrics and some of the phrasing and stuff. But this is the perfect kind of atmosphere and venue for me to kind of test out new stuff, see how I feel playing it, see how it flies, and then that gives me good notes to go back and kind of tweak a little bit. So this is brand new stuff. This one's called History Echoing, and the concept behind it is basically generation gaps, where like today's young kids like hate all us old folks like we screwed the world up, but they don't learn from our mistakes. And we were the same way when our parents and grandparents were like, oh my God, they're so old-fashioned and they're screwing everything up, and we're going to do it our way. And I'm sure they felt the same way about their grandparents. And it's just history repeating itself. And are you going to learn from it, or are you going to just keep doing the same thing over and over again? So it's called History Echoing. I want to tell you a story, but you're not ready to hear. The world you know is on screens that glow. You'll make the same mistakes, I fear. It's not your enemy, it's not your friend. It's just history echoing over again. It's not your enemy, it's not your friend. It's just history echoing over again and again and again. I bet you know all the answers, and where they cast all the blame. But when you meet the next generation, they'll point to you just the same. It's not your enemy, it's not your friend, it's just history echoing over again. It's not your enemy, it's not your friend, it's just history echoing over again and again and again. Would you see it if I put it on the internet? Would you read it if it scrolled right in front of your face? The world you're trying to shape, well, it might be different, but that doesn't mean it's a better place. I want to tell you my story, a lesson ready to learn. Would you take heed or make your own greed and just let the world burn? It's not your enemy, it's not your friend, it's just history echoing over again. It's not your enemy, it's not your friend, it's just history echoing over again and again and again and again and again. There you go, the new one.
Awesome, awesome.
Thank you.
Now,
2 thumbs up.
I like it.
I love it.
Well, thank you.
Good song.
now
Absolutely.
we have, after a brief delay,
Just, Stephen, what key is that song in?
I'm going to say C sharp for the verse because I have the capo on the 2nd fret and I'm basically doing a barred B chord above that. So I'm actually fretting at that. So it's a C sharp and it comes back down to a B and then an F sharp.
So that's
And
the
there
verse
might be
or
some
the
adds and
chorus?
subtracts in there because
Was
I
that
don't
the
always
verse
know
or
all
the
the
chorus?
And
Were you
then the
just-
chorus is it's a E to a B, E to a B, and then A to the E, A to the G sharp.
Okay. So you go.
And then there's a bridge, which is a whole nother thing. So
Yeah, yeah.
that
lot of
starts in the
chords in
F
it.
sharp minor.
Very nice, man.
Yeah, good.
Thanks.
Very
Lot of chords.
thoughtful and interesting. Yeah. Cool.
now here's Ace.
Well, I'm going to go the other way. This is pretty simple. Huh. Bad G's. Bad E string. There you go. All right. This I wrote a long time ago. This is, I decided tonight, you know, I like to occasionally do a theme. So my theme tonight is going to be dog songs. And I wrote this a long time ago for my beloved late friend Charles. And it's just about him. You'll see there about different dogs. When I look into Charlie's eyes, I see his spirit so warm, so wise. His love expressed without guile or guise when he looks back at me. When I look into his face, I feel the glad embrace of every day. I see his hopes that we will play with his sister in the park. Charles, you are my friend, my best companion. I love to pet your handsome furry head. You've taught me how to stop and sniff the sunshine. The simple sacred joy of every day. Charles has such a dignity, he holds his tail for all to see. People stop and look at us when we go walking by. Charles, you are my friend, my best companion. I love to pet your handsome furry head. You've taught me how to stop and sniff the sunshine. The simple sacred joy of every day. The simple sacred joy of every day. For Charles, he was a great dog.
That's really sweet.
He
I
was
don't think I've ever known anybody call their dog Charles, though. Maybe Charlie.
Well, he started out, actually, interestingly enough, that's the story behind it. He started out as Charlie, but he just that wasn't him. He was Charles.
He was more sophisticated
He has
than
more
Charlie.
dignity than that, right?
He did had more dignity. He was Charles. I mean, it was clear.
Probably look at you like, that's Charles.
That's who he was. You know, he was just that
Probably
kind of
join you.
Charlie is my
sip-
gardener.
He'd probably join you for a sip of brandy and a
Yeah,
cigar.
that's my boy. Yeah. Well, you know, it's. I said to somebody, I thought I picked a friendly name, which was Charlie, and then I said, "Oh, you could anybody named Charlie has to be friendly, right?" I said, "Yeah, like Charlie Manson." I thought, "Oh,
Yeah, but he went by Charles.
Yeah, he did. You're right.
really? Oh, yeah, that's true." Not Chuck somehow. No.
Yeah.
Hey, he was a good songwriter too, they say.
Yeah, right.
Really?
We had I had a differential equations professor who was Charles Renoulet.
Ooh.
And he said, it is not Chuck, it is not Charlie, it is Charles. So he started calling row, and he came to my friend Terry LaGrange, and he said, Terry Lagrange. He said, it's Lagrange. And of course, Lagrange is a famous mathematician. He says, look, I'm just used to saying Lagrange. Would you mind if I called you Lagrange? And he said, sure, Chuck. He said, Mr. Lagrange.
Yeah, whatever you want, man. Yeah.
Anyway, here's Barbara.
All right, I'm going to do a song that I wrote for a musical called When I Was a Dinosaur. Sun goes up, the scenery changes, but there's always you. The sun goes down and life rearranges, but there's always you. Good and bad be a bore. You turn my work to play. If I am danger, you are no stranger. You will save the day. That's what I like about you. That's what I like about you. What would I do without you? Life is more fun when there's two. Finding rainbows, weathering showers, that's what we're all about. Working hard, but smelling the flowers, that's what we're all about. You and I, we share each day on the road that never ends, making memories that last a lifetime, 'cause we're the best of friends. That's what I like about you. 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 A little story about dinosaurs.
Very nice, very nice. And there he is,
I like that.
still in front
like
of
that
Lake
song.
Tahoka.
Yeah, it's high tide, you know. I got a new reed plate in my harmonica now, so it'll be in tune for a while. Not forever, but for a while. So I'll try it out. Three times each minute, all day long, howling at the moon. You're so doggone sexy. What can I do? I love the way you giggle, whimper on the phone, alto in my taco, fetch your body home. Gonna love on you, gonna love on you, gonna love on you, gonna love on you. A champagne flavored bubble bath, chocolates in a bowl. Tonight I'm gonna scrub your back, put polish on your toes. I'll be so busy pleasing you, music soft and low. A bubble gets too close, I'll catch it on my nose. I'm gonna love on you, gonna love on you, gonna love on you, gonna love on you. Gonna love on you, gonna love on you, like a dog on a big old bone. Gonna love on you, gonna love on you. I've been reincarnated, hound dog brain, Lady and the Tramp, driving me insane. This ain't no dang rod. You can't get home too soon. I got the movie ready. It ain't no Looney Tune. Gonna love on you. 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 Ooh. Welcome to my doghouse, sweetheart. That's a dog song.
Awesome. Well, we're back around to Jenny. You got something for us.
Yes. I'm still very startled though. Okay. It still stings, but I guess I need a drink or something. I need to write a song about a beer. What?
Put some baking soda on it, a paste of baking soda.
Thank you. Yeah, I put some yogurt on it because that's all I had at the grocery store. All right, thank you. All right, I'm gonna try
I don't
some.
think yogurt will work, but baking soda might help take the sting out.
Thank you. I thought it might cool it. I wasn't sure what to do. Okay, thank you. Yeah. I'm always doing new songs. I'm gonna do this new one, and I've only sung it twice ever, and I'm gonna try something new with my phone because tell me if y'all can still, I guess, see me and hear me. I'm gonna try to read my notes from the song while can you still hear me at least?
We can hear you, but we can't see you.
Okay. Let's see. Sorry, I'm just trying. Can you see me now?
Yes.
All right, I'll see if I can keep it up and move it around the words. I am rising up out of ashes once again. Look around and wonder, have no need for amends. All I've ever done is fight for someone else. I fight for love, and I don't fight for myself. When the world blew up, I knew we'd seen the end. He never tried to call in the arms of his new friend. All I've ever done is fight for someone else. I fight for love, and I lose sight of myself. Had a lover once, I could call him my friend. We sat on purple clouds and picked roses in the end. All I've ever done is fight for someone else. I fight for love, and I lose against myself. Will I ever light up eyes with songs from my days? I can stand alone now, but I'll never get his ways. All I've ever done is fight for someone else. I'll take your love, but I will keep myself. I'll take your love, but I will keep myself. Thank you. I welcome your feedback.
All right, I guess it's back around to me.
Well, Jenny, I think you're on the right track with that song. I don't really have any constructive criticism of it. It sounds pretty good.
Thank you. I just need a musician. Thank you.
All right, back around to me. We're at the halfway point here. Things are going very quickly. Well, it happened late last night while I was all alone. You called me on the phone and you made your feelings parted with these words. I hope that your dreams come true. But if my dreams came true, I'd go to work without my pants, or I'd wrestle a gorilla at the homecoming dance. Then there's the nightmare of never seeing you. So I'd ask you, rarely ask you now, don't hope that my dreams come true. Sorry about that. Well, when we were together, I dreamed of future days, of children we would raise, while into your eyes I gaze. Now these dreams are gone, and I'm forever blue. Since you gently parted with these words, I hope that your dreams come true. But if my dreams came true, I'd take a 30-story fall, or I'd end up in a swamp where the alligators maul. Then there's the nightmare of never seeing you. So there's one thing that I ask you now, don't hope that my dreams come true. Now I cannot sleep at night, no food has any taste. Sit alone for hours, my life's become a waste, and the only thing you've left me is a hope that my dreams come true. But if my dreams came true, I'd go to a bull would bite me on the rear, or the Eagles would beat the Cowboys in the playoffs every year. Then there's the nightmare of never seeing you. So there's one thing that I ask you now, I'm begging of you, hear me now, don't hope that my dreams come true. Don't hope that my dreams come true. Sorry about that. The print was a little too small on my screen, and I came to the chord section that I forgot how it went and tried to read the notes, and I couldn't.
So that's a new one, or kind of a new one, or?
That's a relatively new one. It says 2023 on my copyright notice here, so I guess that's fairly new. It has that controversial line about the Eagles and the Cowboys, so it might be dangerous to play, particularly in public, if I don't have any chicken wire or something for protection. Now, last time I almost skipped him, but here he is in the flesh, in front of his Marshall stack, Mr. Stephen Troum.
All right. Technically it's doctor, but around here I'm just one of the folks. All right, this one's called Be All Right. It's about not being all right. Love gone bad. A bad love song. Who'd have thought? My heart was taken and I was forsaken. I had nothing left within. She burned a hole deep in my soul, and I knew I'd never love again. Her talk was like empty inside. When she took my heart, ran away. When I asked her why, all she did was cry. But there was one thing she would say. It's hard to take when you made a mistake. You're gonna be alright. You'll be alright. It's hard to part when you got a broken heart. You're gonna be alright. You'll be alright. You my song. I thought I could be your friend, but it all went wrong when your feelings got too strong, and I knew that it had to end. You fell so fast, but there's scars from my past, so I can't give you any more. When you asked me why, all I did was cry, but I'll tell you what I've heard before. It's hard to take when you made a mistake. You're gonna be alright, you'll be alright. It's hard to part when you got a broken heart. You're gonna be alright, you'll be alright. But the burn keeps on searing, my eyes keep on tearing, and her words I keep hearing now, even now. It's hard to take when you made a mistake. You're gonna be alright, we'll be alright. It's hard to part when you got a broken heart. You're gonna be alright, you'll be alright. You'll be alright, you'll be alright. You're gonna be alright, you'll be alright. You'll be alright, you'll be alright. You're gonna be alright, be alright. Thank you.
Woo!
Appreciate it.
That was all right. And now we are to Ace.
All right. Well, this is far from that wonderful dramatic piece. This is just silly. But I promise to stay with the dog theme. This one I wrote during COVID. Whenever it just was, because basically all I did was stay home with Mrs. Pounder and the dogs, and that was pretty much it. So this is called Home with the Dogs. Sometimes it seems that the existential structure of postmodern life is gone. It's hard to even separate right from wrong. But me and Mrs. Pounder, we don't bother to sift for truth through information fogs. We're content to ride it out with the dogs. We're home with the dogs. We're home with the dogs. Wow, the world goes nuts with ifs and buts. We're all just home with the dogs. Sure, we've got the same old cares as anyone. We would love to go out and have some fun, but we can't. So here we are in the backyard with the dogs. We're home with the dogs. Just home with the dogs. Wow, the world goes goes nuts with ifs and buts. We're just home with the dog. We're home with the dogs. We're just home with the dog. While the world goes nuts with ifs and buts, we're home with the dog. Now, if I recall correctly, there was a second verse of that, but I can find no trace of it, so it's lost in the mists of space, but that's...
Hey, I heard a little John Hurt, old John Hurt in your picking there. That sounds
Oh,
good.
maybe. Oh, thank you, man.
Yeah.
Cool.
Quite a compliment.
Yeah, indeed.
Hey, you know
Thanks,
what,
man.
Ace? You could, be able to go back and to one of the previous open mics
Yeah, it's possible.
and
I
pull
don't
up
know.
those lost lyrics.
I don't know if I ever played it before.
Oh,
I
yeah.
bet I have, though. I bet I've done a dog night
I
before.
think I've heard that. I think.
Okay. All
I'm
right.
sure
I'm not
you
sure.
you've done it before. Pretty
I will
sure.
investigate. I will.
Yeah.
Thank you. I'm encouraged and will so investigate.
Yeah.
It's just, yeah, cool. Thank you.
All right, we're back. Hey, Barbara, last time it sounded like your vocals were clipping just a bit. They didn't seem abnormally loud, but there was some kind of clipping when you.
I heard that too.
Yeah.
Huh. Well, I don't know what to do about that.
Are you running it all through your machine or your keyboard?
I've got it online. Line in, is that right? I think that should be right since I'm running my keyboard into it with a line.
Right.
That sounds right.
Just maybe, I don't know, do you have any volume control going in, or
Yeah? Uh-huh.
just maybe back off just a tad?
Okay, with the vocal?
Yeah.
Okay. I want to do another song from the musical Give Me a Break. Oh, we've been hanging on, ooh, much too long, and now I think it's time that I
right. Those vocals were much better that time.
Oh, good. Okay.
No distortion at all. All right. And now we are back around to the amazing Harry Hewlett.
That sounded, Barb, that sounded like something Phil Spector could have just knocked out of the park. It kind of had that feel to it.
Yeah, it's supposed to be kind of a 50s feel to it.
Yeah, and
Or 60s, 50s,
Ronnie,
early 60s.
Ronnie, or whatever they called her, she could have sung that too.
Yeah, Ronnie Spector.
Ronnie, yeah, they got married. Yeah, funny thing.
But he's the one that went to jail because he murdered that girl. I knew that girl he murdered.
He was weird. He was talented, but he was weird.
Yeah.
You knew the girl that he murdered?
Yeah.
Holy cow! Was she from here?
No, I'd known her because she was a friend of a friend, and whenever I'd go to South by Southwest or another music conference or whatever, she'd kind of run in our crowd. She's real pretty girl.
Was.
Yeah,
Past
she
tense.
worked as a waitress at the House of Blues in Hollywood. That's where she met him.
Yeah. I was in love with Ronnie Spector for about 50 years, I think. I'm kind of getting over it. She was, I love their music. My first girlfriend's name was Lubbock, flat as a woman could be. I left her for a girl named Austin just to hear an armadillo sing. Then Houston left me breathless at the top of the stairs. But I couldn't quit thinking about Lubbock and her dusty brown hair. Then I met Dallas, sexiest woman I've ever seen. I just couldn't cope with her high society. Then this sexy truck stop waitress, this trashy truck stop waitress, her name was Abilene, said, "Harry, my skillet is always hot. You'd be happier here with me." Then I got to thinking, maybe Abilene was right. But there ain't no way of knowing till I see her in the light. So I whined her, dined her, she gave me such a fright. I drove straight through to Lubbock in the middle of the night. Oh, Lubbock lover, that's what I am. Oh, Lubbock lover, heading back home again. Now Lubbock in my windshield is much flatter than what I remember. Of course, I told her. She told me she loved her. And I done forgot it again, Barb. Now Lubbock in my windshield is much flatter than what I remember. There we go. Last time I seen her, she was in my rear view mirror. Here we go. But she says she still loves me, and I promise not to go. 'Cause I'd rather have her than Wacko and get shot by Billy Joe. Oh, Lubbock lover, that's who I am. Oh, Lubbock lover, heading back home again. Oh, Lubbock lover, laugh if you think I'm dumb. Oh, Lubbock lover, may she's number one. Ooh. That's better. That's better than last time, though, wasn't it?
You know
Well,
what?
that's
You
a
have
Texas song.
you have my permission to cheat on the words like we do.
All I do, I cheat on the words. I cheat.
Well, you were reading the words?
No, I don't cheat. I don't read words.
Well, that's what I'm saying. You have my permission to use your.
No, I never read words. You know, when your memory and your eyesight goes out at the same time, you got problems. You know.
You can wear glasses like I do.
You know, I don't know what you do. You just sing. I can't. If I had one of those little iPads, I couldn't read it. So I just memorize them. But the trick is to write very short songs, you know, and just sing them over and over. A few words.
That's a great Texas song.
Well, it's a Texas song. Oh, looky there. Jenny has got her keyboard thing behind her there. You're ready whenever you write that hit song, Jenny. You got it down. I tell you
That's
what.
her big soundboard.
Yeah, I think her board's bigger than yours, Barb.
Yep, it sure is.
You all. Just so everybody knows who doesn't, it's not mine. It's just a hologram. Okay. This is a song I can't wait to I want to make it sound like kind of like, you know, how Tom Petty sings, "You're so bad." Okay. So I wrote these lyrics, but I want them to have that feel. But right now it feels a little more like Jimmy Buffett, so I'm not sure. So here it goes. Don't nothing matter but me right now. Don't nothing matter but me. If you felt what it was I'm working with, you might need 15. Go on and toss my words around and make them your anthem. I'm just making lemonade with limes I was handed. Don't nothing matter but me right now. Don't nothing matter but me. If you felt what it was I'm working with, I think you might agree. Come on, y'all, I'm taking... Wait. How should this go? Come on, y'all. Come on, y'all, I'm taking time for me. It's... Come on, y'all, I'm taking time for me. It's my self-care soliloquy. I've cared about you and you and you. Paying attention to me is key. Don't nothing matter but me right now. Don't nothing matter but me. If you felt what it was I'm working with, I think you might agree. Go on ahead, guess my intent. It's not something I care about. We ought to take it easy, friends. Wrapped around an axle ain't my route. Don't nothing matter but me right now. Don't nothing matter but me. If you felt what it was I'm working with, I think you might agree. I know most would agree. I think folks do get me. That's it.
Awesome.
Thank you.
All right. This is a song about an elderly busker I saw in Savannah, Georgia. Well, I saw him in the morning down in Reynolds Square, playing his flute for the people gathered there. Nothing really fancy, twinkle, twinkle, little star, and 3 blind mice for tips in his jar. Well, this old man, he was a sight to see. He looked like famous Amos sitting under the trees on an old park bench in the morning till noon, throwing popcorn to the pigeons between each tune. Well, he's got a sheet music on an old folded stand. It's just all him, he ain't got no band. Some of the tourists seem to laugh at his heart. Well, he's not a virtuoso, but he plays from his heart. Well, I laid down $2 for my change from breakfast. He said, "Where you from?" I said, "I'm from Texas." Then he asked, "Is this your first time here?" I said, "No, I come to see about twice a year." Well, that ain't exactly true. I go down to see my daughter and watch the big ships floating down on the water. I go to Leopold's for ice cream if I can, but it really warms my heart when I see the old man. So if you're ever in Savannah, check out the tourist scene. If your doctor will let you, go eat with Paula Deen. Go to the museums and the clubs if you dare, but be sure to see the old man playing flute in Reynolds Square. Thank you, thank you. And now we come full circle back to Dr. Stephen Troum.
Hey, just taking a little sip here. All right, it's fun tonight. This is gonna have to be my last one because I gotta take off. Some duty is calling. But this one is called Blood on My Knees, and it's one of the songs that actually has enjoyed some radio play. So here's the acoustic version of it. I don't care if you tell me I'm not the one you want forever. I don't care if you watch me burn down to the ground. I'll crawl away from you with blood on my knees to break free. So you got married too soon, had a couple of kids, but there is no religion that can change what we did. So crawl away from me with blood on your knees to break free. To break free. I thought I was tough, but it wasn't enough. For the day I lost faith in love. Now I'm on my knees. On my knees. I guess you knew all along that the path you chose was wrong, but the damage that you've done has left me too far gone. I'll crawl away from you with blood on my knees to break free. To break free. right. Thank y'all. Y'all have a pleasant rest of the evening. It's been fun tonight.
Thanks for joining us,
Yes.
Steve.
But one thing, though, Stephen, I have to say, I was listening to that dramatic and very serious, and it's a terrific song, and I looked up, and there's Bucky. Do not wear that shirt. When you sing. Either it's too ironic for my brain to conceive of, or just, yeah.
I'll wear my rock and roll stage outfit next time. It'll be
Absolutely.
very good.
Absolutely.
All right. Duly noted.
Good job, Steve.
Thank you. Thank you, Harry.
And now we are back around to our friend and ally, Ace Pounder.
All right. Staying with the dog thing, because, you know, not to say I'm obsessive, but this is about my friend Scout, who passed away a couple years ago and is still just, he was probably the closest I've ever been to a dog. Probably a creature in general, I don't know. But anyway, this is called An Old Man and an Old Dog. I know the neighbors smile at us when they see us on a companionable stroll. The classic boy and dog cliche, give or take 60 years or so. I'm told we look like characters from a long forgotten play. Just another old pair of vaudeville pals doing our act today. We're an old man and an old dog, just a couple of friends, an old man and an old dog, together until the end. We argue about which way to go and when it's time to stay, like grumpy old men from the neighborhood. We're together on our walk today. We'll wander out to the sunset, just a couple of cowboy dudes, like the sheriff and the Waco kid, with plenty of attitude. Just an old man and an old dog, a duo from the beginning of time. An old man and an old dog, together we'll be just fine. There, for Scout, my pal.
Very good.
That's who we were when we walked around the neighborhood, just an old man and an old dog.
Well, Barbara has asked to be excused. Her back is hurting, so we'll move on to Mr. Harry. Looks like the wind's blowing out there in West Texas.
Yeah, it picked up a little bit, didn't it? Picked up a little bit. So, I get to play one. Barb's not going to play one, I guess, huh? Okay. Well, what there? I can't remember the one I thought I was going to play. I'll do something else. dark and crooked. Moon was in the trees. I saw her in my headlights. She was looking straight at me. I stopped to try and help her do anything I could do. Her sheer white dress was dripping wet. Moss was on her shoes. Have you heard a story about that haunted place? Story of a girl they call the lady of White Rock Lake. She said, my boat turned over. Give me a ride, sir, if you will. I live with my father up on top of Teepee Hill. Her voice began to falter. I helped her with the door. Halfway to the top was just a puddle on the floor. Have you heard the story about that haunted place? Story of a girl they call the lady of White Rock Lake. At the top I saw a mansion. A man was standing there. I told him what had happened and the cold chill filled the air. He said, son, I had a daughter. Is this some kind of joke? You're the third guy to say he's seen her. Said she drowned 3 weeks ago. Have you heard a story about that haunted place? Story of a girl they call the lady of White Rock Lake. This story is a strange one. Some facts they just don't jive. No girl has drowned in White Rock Lake since 1945. I googled up that spot exactly where she said she lived. Ain't nothing but a playground up on top of Teepee Hill.
That is my
So-
favorite Harry Hewlett song.
All of that
Definitely
song.
on the top 5 of the Harry Hewlett songs, no question.
Yeah, that's $1 million song right there. I tell you what.
Have you recorded that one?
I tried to record it, but it didn't sound right. Joe Milton and I tried to do it one time. I got to go back and try it again.
I do that.
Yeah, if you try to
I would
produce-
love to have a copy of that.
If you try to produce that song, it doesn't come out right for some reason.
Well, yeah, I can see that.
You know, it's one of those kind of like that. You know, that guy's got that rich men north of rich men north of Richmond. You know, the big song. They just did it. It's just a guitar vocal, and it's #1 song in the world now. He did it on his iPhone.
When you come out with your live Harry Hewlett live CD, then we'll have it on that.
We'll have it on that. Yeah. Okay. Thank you very much.
All right, thanks, Harry.
My pleasure.
And now we're back around to Jenny.
Thank you. Okay. This is another new one. And I don't know how it's gonna go yet. I'm fiddling with the technology here. Okay. I don't know when it's who. I don't know when it's you. I'm not sure what to do when you're talking me through. My baby, my lady, what's crazy? What's maybe? Southwesterly, northeasterly, steer clear, stay near. They need you. I want you. You're a star. Hide far. I don't know when it's who. I don't know when it's you. I don't know when it's who. I don't know when it's you.
All right. It was really kind of wild. Your image disappeared just as you finished. That
Was she
all we had
finished?
was your background.
That's the question. I lost her.
I drowned in a lake.
The lights kind of
I'm
coming
just-
and going there.
There you go.
Sorry, I'm in my car still.
You're in your car?
Oh my!
Yeah.
I hope you got one hand on the wheel.
You don't live in your car, do you? Okay.
That's just not right.
I don't know why. Every time I pull up the menu there, the replace spotlight selection is in a different spot. I think it kind of randomizes everything, so it says, hey, you got to be able to see this. That sounds a little better. Okay. It was early afternoon with a dark and cloudy sky south of Hugo, Oklahoma. In the middle of July, Benny Scott was staring at a red spot on his screen with purple in the center. The sight looked really mean. If he could get there in 2 hours, he might catch an awesome sight of it crossing Lake Eufaula in the early evening light. Perhaps an EF5 tornado reaching to the ground, ripping up the real estate and throwing it all around. He wasn't seeking thrills, he only wanted to make them proud, to be the front runner to those monsters from the clouds, chasing all the storm fronts out on those open plains, hoping the folks in Hugo would recognize his name. Middle child of 3, Benny never seemed to clear the bar he felt his family held up so high and dear. Little brother was an athlete, a high school football star. Big sister was in med school, she was really going far. Well, he thought he was an also-ran, a man who never won, 'cause Benny never led the pack in anything he'd done. But one day on the TV screen he saw that fateful show of people running around the country chasing tornadoes. He wasn't seeking thrills, he only wanted to make them proud, to be the front runner to those monsters from the clouds, chasing all the storm fronts out on those open plains, hoping the folks in Hugo would recognize his name. Benny loaded up his gear and he started on his drive. He got there around 4:30 and the storm front came at 5. He hoped to take a photograph like no one has before. He barely had his tripod set, the wind began to roar. 30,000 feet of thunderheads were building to the sky, and then he saw the funnel from the corner of his eye. He focused on his prey, he never looked around. He didn't see the billboard that was ripped out of the ground. Now the tempest was spectacular as it danced about. Then he never saw it 'cause he was bleeding out. The remnants of the billboard had struck him in the head. Benny Scott lay on that Oklahoma prairie dead. Back down south in Hugo, his family and friends had gathered there to mourn the news of Benny's tragic end. Why did he have to run away and chase that old cyclone? Did he not know how precious that his presence was at home? He wasn't seeking thrills, he only wanted to make them proud, to be the front runner to those monsters from the clouds. He didn't know the love he craved was there all of the time. The ones he left behind, they were like his own gold mine. Oh, the love he craved was there all of the time.
Woo!
All right. Thank you,
That is
thank you,
an
thank
intense
you.
song.
What's that?
That is an intense song.
It is. It is. It is. I think like the first three songs I ever played for the DSA, the protagonist dies in the end. So I started with that one and Rattlesnake Rita, and it just kind of went from there.
Mr. Glass Half Full, they call him.
Oh, okay. I still say the glass is twice as big as it needs to be.
That's right.
So anyway, with Dr. Stephen tending to things of urgency, we come now to Ace Pounder.
All right. Well, and keeping with the dog thing, this I actually, I basically stole the thing from another song that I did, but that's okay, because I do this probably once every 2 or 3 years, so it's okay. This is about a dog named Dominic. Dominic Frodo was his middle name, and he was a hobbit, my boy. But he was also very cool, so we refer to him as Mr. Dog. And this is just about him coming down the street. Well, you see him coming down the street, long ears flapping on the breeze, wagging at the folks he meets. That's Mr. Dog. He's too aloof to bark a lot. He's not too cool, not too hot. You can hear his paws go pitter-pot. That's Mr. Dog. Well, he strides around the neighborhood like a boulevardier. A cocker spaniel Cary Grant. Mr. Dog is on his way. That's Mr. Dog. Well, he strides around the neighborhood like a boulevardier. A cocker spaniel Cary Grant. Mr. Dog is on his way. Well, you see him coming down the street block. His stride's a 4/4 bebop clock. He's looking good and looking sharp. That's Mr. Mr. Dog. For Dominic, my buddy. Fine dog, good friend.
Okay, let's see. Looks like Barbara is still sitting it out, so let's move on to Harry.
Boy, we're down to the short list now, aren't we?
The
am I-
elite
am I
of the
on?
elite.
Oh, am I on? I think I am, yeah. Okay. Anyway. Yep. Let's see. Barb's on the couch. She's got her back's hurting her. And Stephen, he's a doctor. You know, doctors got to get sleep so they can get up early tomorrow morning and work. I bet it's tough being a doctor and a rock and roll star all at the same time. Anyway.
When would a rockin' doc sleep?
I don't know. I don't know how they do that, but
I mean, just the groupies alone would keep him awake at night, I assume.
the first day that we met, I've been since the first day that we met, I've been your faithful pet. You call me honey, but Spot would be more fitting. I'm at your side most every hour, guard you when you're in the shower. In return, all I get's a little petting. I have never run away, even on that fateful day you kicked me out so you could shack up with that salesman. But I knew once he was gone, you might throw me one more bone. All these things lead me to this observation. I love you like a dog, don't I? I ain't got no pride at all, do I? I keep hanging round your door, begging you for more. I love you like a dog, now don't I? When you take me for a walk, I can hear the neighbors talk. They all say a girl like you could do much better. But little do they know, when you leave me home alone, I don't piddle on your floor or chew your slipper. And strange as it may seem, when I'm having one of those dreams, I'm not chasing cars or barking at the postman. Though I may sniff each one I find, it's yours that's on my mind. I've dreamed I've died, finally gone to heaven. I love you like a dog, don't I? I ain't got no pride at all, do I? I keep hanging round your door, begging you for more. I love you like a dog, now don't I? So promise, won't you please, if I get the case of fleas, you'll remember how I've always been so loyal. And strange as it may seem, I mean, anyway, when I lose my teeth, how the vet put me to sleep. In my next life, I might be your cocker spaniel. Oh, I love you like a dog, don't I? I ain't got no pride at all, do I? I keep hanging round your door, begging you for more. I love you like a now don't I? I love you like a dog, don't I? I ain't got no pride at all, do I? I keep hanging around your door, sleeping on your floor. I love you like a dog, now don't I? I love you like a dog, honey, don't I?
Yeah.
Love you like a dog. Jenny laughed.
I laughed.
Thank you,
I'm
Jenny.
laughing. And speaking of Jenny,
I got nothing, but thank you. But that was awesome.
Thank you.
All right. Well, Keith, you're going to take us home?
I could do that. I don't have anything picked out, but or did you want to play one?
No, I'm just back here to see us through the end here.
Oh, okay. Let's see here. This is another relatively new one. I've played it a few times here.
Put yourself on center stage there, buddy.
Oh, yep. You know how I avoid the spotlight. Oh, there I am. Well, I gave my all to climbing up the ladder to success. Got knocked down at every rung, weren't my time, I guess. I tried to slay the giants, but they slew me, I confess. I chucked it all and went my own way. You may say I'm aimless, but I say that's a plus. 'Cause when you're going nowhere, you're always on the right bus. And if you're thinking to yourself that I'm cantankerous, you need to walk a mile in my blues. I gave my all to love with a girl that I once knew. She told me I had no idea what I was supposed to do. She laughed and ran away, you know she left me feeling blue. I chucked it all and went my own way. Well, you may say I'm aimless, but I say that's a plus. 'Cause when you're going nowhere, you're always on the right bus. And if you're thinking to yourself that I'm cantankerous, you need to walk a mile in my blues. I gave my all to others, yeah, I tried to be a saint. Spent my days serving one and all without complaint. Could not satisfy them, though I'd work till I would faint. I chucked it all and went my own way. Well, you may say I'm aimless, I say that's a plus. 'Cause when you're going nowhere, you're always on the right bus. And if you're thinking to yourself that I'm cantankerous, you need to walk a mile in my blues. Yeah, you need to walk a mile in my blues. And that, I think, is how we're going to end it, because we don't have Alan here to play
That's
that final minute.
Yeah, he's implied. He's implied.
Yeah.
Where is Alan tonight? Anybody know?
He's in Las Vegas, I think.
Yeah, I think he's in Vegas. Yeah.
He's still in Vegas? He's been there a
think so.
while.
He might have been. He may be somewhere else, but he's like vacationing over there somewhere.
He lost all of his money the first night, so he won't be coming home for a while. Yeah.
Did he take a guitar with him?
I think he did.
I think he
he
took his-
talked
pawned
about
that
taking the
already,
little
yeah.
traveler guitar he bought. You know, he bought that little guitar.
The little Johnson.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If he's
He
if
bought
he's
his-
got it with him,
he-
he's got his
He
phone.
took his little Johnson with him.
Yeah, well,
Anyway,
can't get
Oh,
much
boy.
anyway.
that's
yeah.
why he's not back yet.
It's
I'm
a
gonna
good
say.
thing we're after the family-friendly hour here. So.
That's right. All right,
Everybody
I gotta go
wave.
deal with
I'm going to
dogs.
take us off
Goodbye, Facebook
Facebook.
friends.
Y'all stop by next week.
Hey.